Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Jeter Man and I'm back with another review. This time I have one that I've been sitting on for a long time, for like 6 months now. So finally get around to doing a review of this guy. I wasn't gonna do one at all, but hey, I gotta get these masterpieces out the way. So yeah, this is MP-22 Cybertron City Commander Ultra Magnus. So yeah, this is their big masterpiece for the year of last year, 2014. This came out in December, and here's the big man box. You got the product shots of Magnus in robot mode and his truck mode. You got the side transform masterpiece City Commander on the side, and you got his little specs on what he can do, what he looks like. He can hold the matrix in his chest, his gimmicks and features and stuff. He also comes with a the future version of Spike and Daniel. They also can sit into his cab, which I will show off later. Same side, the same thing. The top, you got your same product size Magnus is on the back, and on the bottom of the box, you got everything he comes with, and the figure itself, and your warnings and stuff. So yeah, Japanese, and off the box goes the Phantom Zone. And here is Ultra Magnus out of the box, and in our faces, and he is very cartoon accurate, very cartoon accurate. It depends on which episode of the cartoon you're looking for, but we're gonna base it off the movie, and he is very accurate colored according to that movie, the 1986 movie Transformers, the animated one, which is the only true Transformers movie out there ever. So yeah, nice looking guy, nice little details to him, not overly detailed, very simplistic as to the animation. So yeah, very cool bot. He also comes with his gun, which is a little bit short, but don't mind that too much. Also comes with 2 replacement hands for holding the matrix over above his head. We'll get into that a little bit later. Also comes with, like I said, Spike and Daniel. They don't have any faces, just like the Spike that came with MP-10. And Daniel has childbearing hips for some reason. And also on the side, you get his collector's card. They switched the artwork on the cards. It's nice artwork, but I prefer the old style that they was doing before. On the back, there's tech specs and some Japanese in the back that I cannot read. And on the back, you got, and also you got the his instruction booklet, same artwork as the card, and it goes to all his features and stuff like that. It's showing his face changing gimmick. I'll get into that. The Matrix stuff, and it shows you the little animation points of that, or the show that actually did happen. Yeah, I just noticed I don't think they have his tech specs in English in here. Usually they have the tech specs in English so you know what the card actually says about their tech specs, and I don't see that. It's not the first time I noticed that. But yeah, they usually have, like, they tell you the actual specs, what they mean and everything for him. So yeah. Then on the back you got your the history of Ultra Magnus, going from the G1 toy on throughout the years and stuff. And you got your other Takara masterpiece figures right there, Autobots. And that is it for what he comes with. Let's look at these the Spike and Daniel figure, the same basic figure that you got from MP-10. No face and everything. Nicely painted and detailed and stuff. Looks very accurate to their little jumpsuits they wore on the show and everything. And Daniel's a little bit smaller than Spike. I don't know. They didn't use the same legs. I don't know why his hips are sticking out like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I have no idea. But he has his little D on his shirt and everything, just like on the cartoon and whatnot. And I'm hoping Dr. Wu does a replacement for these, like they did for Spike and Sparkplug. Well, at least Spike. And these look more detailed and stuff like that. Had actual faces painted on them and everything. So they're a little bit taller than these guys, but they are very worth it. If you can find these guys, go ahead and pick them up. It's Dr. Wu Partners set. So, and here they are compared to the exosuit that came with Masterpiece Bumblebee. And you see they are like really small, so I don't know how they will fit into this exosuit. I mean, they were, I know on the show, on the movie, they were pretty much the size of the exosuit wasn't that much different from the size of the person. I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And everything. So yeah, that's that with that. All right, on to our guy Ultra Magnus. He does look nice and awesome. Let's get up and close and take a look at that face. That face looks very, very G1 accurate and everything. Take a look at the rest of his body and everything. Nice details and stuff like that. The gun looks good. I know on the G1 toy his gun was white, and some people were saying the gun should be white on the toy also, but this is accurate to the cartoon. Very accurate. His do have the shoulder missile launchers. The missiles do come out, but they don't launch. So you just gotta like wiggle them out a little bit and get it out. There you go. They do come out. They kind of set up like they would missile launch, or like the little firing gimmick and everything like that. I don't know. They probably changed their mind after they did the design for the missiles, but it's cool. They didn't have to make them come out at all. It would have been fine with them just sitting in there. Yeah. And also a little bit more features about this guy. He does have the chest open gimmick. You just open this hatch up right here, and you open up these two sides, and you have his chest gimmick. Nicely detailed inside there, and you can hold the matrix. Only things only he can hold MP-10's matrix. MP-09 Rodimus Prime has a matrix also, but his matrix is very small. And here is the matrix of leadership from MP-10, and you can go ahead and just put this thing up in there like so, and it fits in there nice and snug. Close that up, panel, and you can see the matrix is in there, which is cool. And a lot of people they complain about these windows right here. These were actually on the cartoon model. He did have windows on his chest and everything. So people saying that was not accurate. It is accurate. It's just only so much they can do with the art style there. So drop the matrix. So take that out. That's that for that. He can change his. He has the matrix hold his hands. All you gotta do is just take the matrix and you just slide him into these little grooves on his hands, and make it look like he's holding it. Wrap his fingers around it and whatever, his big old mitts. And to change out the hand, all you gotta do is just pretty much pop the hand off the ball joint. They're on ball joints. So take the hand, wiggle it just a little bit, and it pops right off. Take the other hand and you just pop it right on, and he's holding that matrix for dear life. And you can just pop the other hand off and put it on, and vice versa and stuff like that, and you just put it, and you can have him holding it from both ends and holding it above his head like our darkest hour. I don't think he held it over his head. I think he did hold it over his head a little bit. He was struggling up front and stuff like that, but you can't have him pull it from the front because of articulation and stuff like that is limited. But yeah, you get the point. He's trying to, darkest hour. Magnus, give me the matrix. Never. Sweeps, terminate him. Fall. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get articulation of this guy. Oh, another gimmick he has a little face swap gimmick. And what you gotta do is just pull. I gotta get his head in the frame. He's a tall guy. So yeah, all you gotta do is just grab the front of his face, pull that off, and you got his little white prime face underneath. Well, it's not a full face and everything. It's kind of missing his bottom jaw or whatever, bottom face plate. But it's a reminiscent of how Ultra Magnus is fabled to be a white prime and some armor and stuff like that. So, and you got on the back right here, you got storage space for his alternate face, which is a little like a screaming, yelling face right here. And what you're gonna do, you're going to just pop this, push that face, pop it off. And you got this face, just peg it in right there, and there you pretty much have his screaming face when he's dying, trying to open the matrix and stuff. So yeah, I don't use this face, I don't use that scene, scenario, whatever, but I just keep the default face on and just peg it right back in like so, and his backpack opens up and you can just store this face right here. And there's 2 notches actually in his backpack for storing faces, but he only comes with 1 face. So I don't know if they were planning on another face or what. So, or just storing the default face and just leaving the little white prime face on there in case get some people some options of what they want to do, their figures, which is cool. All right, let's go ahead and get to articulation of this guy. He looks up on a hinge joint. He looked up pretty good. Look down somewhat, but he got the big chest, so he's looking at his chest. You can't look left and right. There's no side-to-side movement. Arms do go around 360. They do go out at the shoulder. He can get a little bit more going out at the shoulder if you extend his arm like so. Try to get a little bit more. Probably not. That's it. You can get a little bit inward motion. I don't want to go too far on that outward. The fear of breaking the arm. So claps back in like so. Rotates at the elbow. Had been at the elbow in a nice ratchet joint. Fists do go around 360 on a ball joint. Get that focus back. Hands do open and close, are semi-articulated. They have the 3 fingers on the bottom of his hand are all joined together, but they are all rotated on 1 hinge. And his trigger finger is on that 1 hinge also, right here at the knuckle. The thumb does not move at all, so limited articulation on the hands. Has no waist rotation, goes out. Kicks out this much at the leg, goes out about that much. A little side skirt does move with his legs. Bends at the knee about this much. That much at the knee. Rotates at the upper groin. And he does have ankle pivot. So yeah, he's nicely articulated. Not the most articulation that any figure we ever gotten, but he does get the job done as far as articulation goes. And trying to get him standing correctly. And also the solar launchers do articulate also. They do rotate around 360 and stuff, and they do come out and whatnot, do the transformation. All right, let's go ahead and get into some size comparisons. Here he is with MP-10 Optimus Prime with Masterpiece Wheeljack. And here he is with his G1 version of himself. And I think if, I'm probably gonna be wrong with this, but going off of Hasbro's previous Masterpiece conversions or bringovers, that they usually go for the more comic book or toy version of the character. So like Soundwave came with the yellow eyes, which is like his G1 toy version and the comic book version. So they might go with Magnus having the red thighs, just like this guy is all red like this. So it might change the color to this more teal color than the more navy blue. I don't know. I might be wrong. All right, side comparison's done. Let's go ahead and get into the transformation. All right, y'all, let's transform this guy. Make sure you got your hands straight, everything situated. Straighten the arms out. If not already, go ahead and open up these forearm pieces and bring them around and collapse around the hands. sides, like so. Next, what you're gonna do is go ahead and bring his shoulders back on this hinge. See, like that. Then we're going to untab the shoulder hinges. So bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. And you're going to go ahead and slide the head back. So a little slider thing, go back like that, like so. Next, you're going to take these white pieces right here on the sides. You're going to bring them out, untap them. It should slide out. There we go. Not that much. They don't come out that much, so just gotta untab it, and they tab into the wheels. You can see that or not, but you're gonna bring them like so. Just bring them straight back like that. You're gonna take this panel right here, this backpack, open that up, out the way. Next, you're going to untab the backpack, take this bottom portion, you're going to accordion it. It's going to go up, but first go ahead and push these back in. Push these side panels back in. Backpack, and you can bring this forward. It's going to tab in. There's two tabs right there and right there that these pegs are going to tab into. That. Go ahead and close this roof up. And you can turn the head around. The instructor said turn the head around. You can't leave it forward. I don't think it really impacts anything. So I'm just going to turn it around. Follow the instructions. Right now, I'll do that like so. And you can go ahead and undo these wheels. Oh, not right now, I'm sorry. Hold off on that. First, we got to go ahead and lift this up, his chest plate. Bring that up, like so. And then make sure you get it's on this hinge right here. So bring that up so like that. So it won't be pushing on force on his back of his head. Now we can bring this all the way up like that. And we can tab it together. This section right here is going to tab into these two tabs right here. More secure connection. And you can see the head underneath. Next we're going to do, we're going to undo the wheels now. We can do the wheels now. Got the smokestacks right here. Go ahead and flip those up. And they only go in one direction. They can go in another direction, but you only can get them facing the correct way in one direction. All right, now it's almost done. Next, what we're going to do, go ahead and undo these missiles. Bring this out down, flip it, and bring it down like so. Going to untap the top, and it's going to go, it's going to flip down. This peg right here is going to go to this hole right here. Bam. Next, we're going to pull on this tab right here, and the arm should flip forward, come out, and it's going to rotate like that. You're going to bring the arm down, leave it like that for now. Do the same thing on the other side. Down, down, flip, down, up, flip that around. It's this tab. Going to flip up. And going to bring this around like that. All right, next we're gonna do and get his cross plate right here, and this is supposed to flip upwards. Up right there. Now we can pretty much lay him down. kind of, sort of. So you're gonna need all that upper camera. So bring this down, you're gonna flip it, and then bring it back up. So you're gonna get rid of his fake wheels and reveal his actual tires. So you go to the back. You're going to untab these blue pieces right here. It's going to free up his foot, and you're going to rotate the foot down. Nice ratchet. Next, you're going to take this red piece right here. It's going to swing forward. It's going to tab in up front. Same thing other side. And tab this. Bring the foot down. Take this. It's going to rotate. And it's going to tab into this tab right there. And we can lay him down more. Once more. And we go ahead and we can tab in his legs. You can see that or not. There's two little white tabs in between his legs and his feet. Go ahead and put those together. Push them in. We're going to finish up his arms. Rotate it around. What we're going to do, bring this up. Going to close this panel right here. It's going to tab in, like so. Bring his missiles and bring them off to the side, like that. Hold on. It's not tabbing in. So you should tab in. This tab right here, peg into this whole slot. Go. Same thing other side. Bring this up. Tab it in. Swing the missile around. Then you take his gun, you flip this handle up, and it tabs in between the two arms. It's getting kind of cumbersome. And the legs don't come on tabs until you get everything all secured and whatnot. So, I can get a good angle so I can see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and tab the both arms in right now. Bam, like so. And you got these two holes on the side right here. They're both on each side. So what you're gonna do is gonna pretty much tap the gun into those two holes. And make sure you got it facing the right way. Peg it in. Should peg in. All right. Peg it in one side. I had to hold it. Might not stay on its own. Side in. Other side in. All right, next you're gonna peg this side, these two pieces in like that. And if it came undone, pegging the back like so. Everything all pegged in. Next you're gonna do, you're gonna take Next, we're going to take this panel right here, extend it out, flip it forward to the side, and it's going to tab in over here into this section right here. So bring it over, and it should all tab together. Should hear it click. Same thing on the other side. out. Click. Now you're going to take this back section, is going to tab in to the back of the legs. Right here is a tab right there, and a tab up here. So tab, the other side, tab. Gates. Over, and that is it. That's Ultra Magnus transformed to his vehicle mode. Nice car carrier mode. Make sure everything's all tabbed together. This bottom legs don't let it tabbed in correctly. There we go. Oh, one more thing. Take these pieces right here. They're kind of hard to get to. You're gonna push this portion right here, this little peg. Push that, and you should just be able to flip it down like that. And the other side also. So yeah, there he is, transformed to his car carrier mode, and it looks very nice, I do say. Some of the features on this mode, in this mode, are the tailgate does come down. You can fit your Autobot cars in here. Let's take one. And here we got Masterpiece, red alert. You can drive up into his trailer like so. Or you can just have him sit up top, and you probably can fit 2 of the car bots in there. And you got him, here he is with Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Put these back up. You can see. Let's get Prime situated. There we go. And you can see they are very similar. They are both in scale with each other. It's kind of like they just took the shell of this and just chopped it up and made whatever out of it. You know, like his side mirrors right here on both sides. Same thing with Prime, side mirrors out. So yeah, both cabs look great. You know, both in scale with each other, and they both can fit human figures inside of them. You take your Spike Whip Wiki, go ahead and bend them up and get them in the same position. And how you put them in, you're gonna open this up, and you just set him inside. And there's like a little, oh, this cab does come off. I'll show you that. You just push this down, it comes right off. It'll be easier to show you how it fits inside. So there's a little crotch port in between right here. So you put your figure in, similar little crotch port. Like so. He sits in there nice. And the good thing about this, you can leave him and Daniel sitting in here when you transform them. So you don't have to take them out to do the transformation of him at all. So Daniel, Dad, look at me, I'm driving. His childbearing hips. I mean, that's why his hips are so wide, so he can actually sit in the seat or whatever. So yeah, got them both in there. You can see them. And this actually lets us compare him and Prime a little bit more, a little bit better. So yeah, both cabs look pretty much identical. There's a few extra ports on here just for the transformation of him into robot mode, but you see the back sides are different. This is more of a realistic truck cab, real smaller, but this is a little bit bigger just due to his transformation of his legs. So you couldn't get legs out of this. So you got legs right here. So, but everything else looks right on point besides the leg portion of it. And some folks complain that his bumper is red. That's how it's supposed to be. His bumper is red on the cartoon. And to put it back on, all you gotta do is just slide that slider and put them in there. There you have. As for the truck mode, everything is great on here. I mean, I like it. One thing about the figure in the whole, he might be a little bit too cartoony. I know most of the Masterpiece figures, they are a nice blend of real world and cartoon. And this guy looks a little bit too cartoon. I wish this red bumper or this red period was a little bit more vibrant. Red is kind of like a dull, almost strawberry-esque color to it. You know, I don't know. It just looks a little, like I said, it looks more cartoony than actual. Okay, it's a real world vehicle transformed to a robot. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. You see it, you look at them, compare, you can probably tell a different one I'm talking about. Also, the missiles, like I said, the missiles do come off, and you can reconfigure the missiles to sit just like the G1 toy. Up front, just rotate them around. Feel me, little slots right here, and you can have it configured like the G1 toy. And speaking of the G1 toy, here he is with his G1 self. And let's take a look at it too. Get them both in the camera. Yeah, you can see the color differences and stuff like that, but there's some similarities to them. There's some sculpted details on here that look kind of similar, like these vents on the back right here and other little details. Yeah, I mean, they did a great job of translating this figure into a masterpiece. Like I said, this is if Hasbro did their version and brought it over to the United States, it might be colored just like this guy, but we'll see about that. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into robot mode real quick. What you want to do is go ahead and untab these in the back, bring these back out and around. We'll go ahead and unpeg them. Bam. Unpeg these. Out, fold that back, peg arms, bring them down to the sides. We're gonna go ahead and do the feet. Go ahead and bring those up. Do the feet. Going to take these, pull them apart, bring them back to the back. Yeah, pull it apart just slightly. Bring this back, untab it. And we're going to bring the feet back down. Pop down the wheels. Flip them. Bring it back up. Down. Flip up. Bring this down. It's gonna tab in. You should feel it tab in. Around. We're gonna take this. We're gonna bring this down. It should tab in right there. Go ahead and unpeg the gun. That down. Bring this. We're gonna take these panels right here, push it back up, and the little peg should pop up right there. And we're going to rotate it. Bring this around. Rotate it up so. Unpick that. Flip it back up. If it will let me. There we go. Flip. Tap that in. Rotate this. Tap this back in. Bring this down. So. Bring this forward. Bring that up. Up. Same thing on the side. Bring this down out the way. Rotate this up. Did I bring that? Nope, I didn't bring it. First we gotta push this in, bring it back up. Bring that in. Locks in place. Bring this down. Flip it around, tabs in. Bring this down, tabs in. Bring this back around. Bring it forward. Okay, so take his forearm panel. We'll bring it up, up. Tap together. We're almost done. All right, gonna take the wheels, pack them back into the back. So, smoke. Bring smokestacks, bring them back down. Go ahead and open up that. Bring this back down. Like so. Bring back the shoulders out. You go into this chest portion, you rotate that back down the hinge and bring it back down, should tab in. Bring this down. That down, and I still got Spike and Daniel still pegged in. This mirrors back in. Take this portion and detach it. It's going to accordion up into his back, like so. Extend these side pieces out. Right. Bring them back. And rotate these around the gas tanks, and there's a peg right here that's going to peg into the tire right there. Bring this back down, rotate that around, and you push it in so it pegs into the tire. Same thing on the other side, round, pegs into the tire. Bring the backpack back up. Bring the shoulders, and they should peg in. Peg right here, slot right there. Peg slot. There we go. And it should also peg in at this portion right here. It should help lock that all into place. And you see a little click. Then you slide his head back forward, and rotate it around, and there you have Ultra Magnus back transformed to robot mode. So yeah, man, I do recommend getting him if you haven't already. He is still available, should be, or you probably could wait for the Hasbro does their release. They have only released so far outside Japan has been in Australia. I don't know if they're getting the same figure as this, or if we're gonna get the same figure as Australia in the United States. We'll see. I probably won't be picking that one up because I already have this one. I'm fine. I usually don't pick up Hasbro releases unless it was something that Takara did not release, like the alternate colors to the Seekers, like for Sunstorm, Azure Storm, something like that. So yeah, man. Besides, he looks a little bit too cartoony and everything compared to the other Masterpiece figures and stuff. It's okay. I mean, it's not a bad thing. His articulation is kind of lacking, but it's kind of a little bit acceptable due to his size and his bulk. I don't have Citizen Stack, or I never have handled Citizen Stack to compare the two, but looks wise, Citizen Stack looks more like an IDW Ultra Magnus, and going by the current ways that third parties are doing, I think that figure was originally meant to be a Voyager or leader size figure, which they eventually upscaled to make a masterpiece to cash in on the masterpiece Ultra Magnus and everything, to cash in on the masterpiece brand. But this one is more of a true Ultra Magnus masterpiece to me. It looks just a cartoon. Like I said, it's cartoony, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, Citizen Stack is more of a comic book upscaled classics figure to me. So, all right, y'all. This has been Jay Jeter, or Jeter Man. I'm signing off. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below. Feedback is always appreciated, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.